Good day, everybody. Welcome to College Comp 2 Online. I'm Mr. Ward, your professor for the semester, and I'm looking forward to a great dynamic semester building on what we've learned excuse me, in College Comp 1. Taking that, and you're going to see that this semester you're going to pretty much pick one topic, research it in depth, write two different kinds of essays on it, or actually one kind of essays-ish. So let's get into it. Let's do it. Just a quick overview of what to expect this semester, grading, that kind of thing. So, one thing to keep in mind is this semester will continue focusing on what you learn in College Comp 1 and the power of writing, picking the specific words to get across your tone, what it is you want to say, appealing to an audience, the rhetorical situation of purpose, why are we writing, audience, who am I writing to, the context, what's going on in the world around the topic you're writing about, and then the specific genre we're writing in. All right, this is going to be a topic-based course. Like I said, you get to select your topic. This is all within the syllabus. It'll also be explained as we do certain assignments throughout the next couple weeks. You're going to, again, if you took College Comp 1 at Rowan, hopefully they talked about every time you write, it's part of a bigger conversation. And we're going to research for that conversation, figure out what's being said, how can we add to it through what it is we find and what we want to say. Taking that conversation to the next step. And we're going to focus on issues involved, like pertinent to our community, start locally, and then drive backward globally. So we might be even looking at local journalism, local websites, that kind of thing. Take care of some basic things at the beginning. Office hours, there's a discussion board in Canvas for this. So if I can get back to that real quick, bear with me. And that's not wanting to let me do this right at this moment. There we go. Modules. Oh, discussions. That's what I was trying to say. And you see there's one office hour, so if you have questions that are pertinent to pretty much everybody or you think other people can benefit from, obviously you can post it there. If there are questions, you can also email me either through Canvas or at wardf@rowan.edu. In addition, we can video chat. There'll be times during the semester where we'll want a conference over your writing, over your topics. But I can also do that at any time. So I'm here to help you. If you need help, ask. If you have a question about something, ask. Generally, I get back to you very quickly. Definitely within 24 hours during the week, maybe 48 hours on the weekend, although I generally check things Saturday and Sunday as well. All right, remind, if you've not used this before, in Canvas, I put a link. There's an app called Remind that I can just send you little reminders. I mean, everything in Canvas, you should be able to see kind of due dates, but if you go down to Module 1, Remind, click that link, you should be able to join in. All right, as you go through the semester, I'm one resource that will absolutely help you give feedback. If you want another set of eyes, or if I'm seeing something that's like consistent that I think you might need a little more extra assistance with, the Rowan Writing Center online, you go, I'll post a link in Canvas to get to it if there's not one already. Not just for this class, I mean, they can help you with essays, but presentations, videos, social media, graphic design, public speaking, they are an absolutely great resource to use. So I would definitely recommend it. If you're on campus, you can make appointments or drop in. If you're not, they do have online availability as well. And it's rowanwritingcenter.com. You can get to it that way. Again, I'll put a link in Canvas for the next day or so. Anyway, goals for the course. You can find this in your syllabus. So I'm not going to read these all through, But we are going to continue working on writing and research to inquire, find out. We're not going to enter this with theses or thesis statements or ideas. We want to keep an open mind and kind of thesis seek. Find out what it is we want to say. So research is one way to do that. I've mentioned rhetorical situations as well, different genres. Again, I'm not going to read all these. Support your claims with evidence. Outside research, make sure they're credible. We'll look at that. Reading laterally is a skill we'll work on as far as I kind of call it follow the paper trail. Again, I mentioned local resources too, as well as global ones. Word choice. So, all right, assignments. Obviously, there are little assignments throughout the semester. There are some big ones. These will all end up in your portfolio, which is a huge part of your grade. Please watch this video to the end because I want to stress that, and I'll stress it throughout the semester. The portfolio is majority, 60% of your grade at the end of the semester. So, we're going to write 2 different kind of essays. I think one's actually a letter to the editor, so calling it an essay, quote unquote. You'll do a draft. You'll get feedback from peers, from myself, revise, final polished drafts in your portfolio with my comments, so previous drafts, which is why I'm going to in a minute talk about Google Docs. I think that's a great way to kind of track our changes so we don't necessarily even have to worry about that. But anyway, 2 essays. Annotated bibliography, that'll be the first few weeks of our semester, looking for sources, finding out which ones are good, which ones don't work. You might read a source and put it in the bibliography and maybe it doesn't work. That's okay. Reflective statement at the end. We'll talk more about that toward the end of the semester, but it's kind of reflecting on what we've learned throughout this whole process. All right, Google Drive. You should have a Rowan Google Drive account. Hopefully you've used Google. If not, reach out and I will help you as best I can to set one up. In fact, I'm going to add an assignment before class officially starts on the 16th. Not a graded one, but one of create a Google Drive and share it with me. So that way I can get it. If you share it with me, give me editing, I can get into it. And anytime you don't have to worry about, access things. I'm still going to have you submit like the links through Canvas, but then I can just automatically open it up. It just makes it easier on everybody. Grades. Everybody wants to know grades. All right, your portfolio is 60% of your final grade. So that gets turned in at the end of the semester. We revise what we write, includes all the stuff we've kind of worked on through the semester. Again, it's both final polished essays, the annotated bibliography, which we'll be working on, so that should already be done, and a reflective statement. So there's times where you might think, I'm doing really good in this class, and then if you don't do a portfolio or it doesn't come out or you don't really revise them, grade can fall apart at the end. So we don't want that. Not stressing you out. I just want to make that clear up front. It's a body of work. And we'll talk more about that as we get into the semester, but the way you kind of revise is very important. Basic revisions would not be enough, generally. I do pride myself in giving very specific feedback, so shouldn't be too much of an issue, but we'll see. 10% your non-portfolio assignments. So this is everything else besides discussion posts, because our discussion post takes the place of our class discussions. That is 30% of your grade. All right, speaking of discussion responses, I want to make this clear too. Get all possible points. If it asks to kind of, refer back to the readings from this week, make sure you reference and cite in a couple lines, refer back to the text. If you just kind of very general, you're not going to get all points. Complete, well thought out, explained response. Address all parts of the issue. Make your thinking clear to us, the audience. Don't assume we know everything. So you do want to spend some time on this. This is 30% of your grade. This takes the place of our class discussions. It is important. I do treat it as such. When you respond to peers, try to address something specific that they wrote in their post. you want to have some substance to it. If you write a couple sentences, hey, that's a great point, I really agree, we should talk about this another time, and it appears that you spent like 90 seconds writing a response, just know that you're not going to get all your points. Really think about it. Maybe even want to reference other stuff, stuff from the readings. Go back, like, really want some time and thought into that. All right. Another thing I'm going to say is, I kind of put this in our initial discussion, introducing each other. Try to reference everybody by name. It just makes it more personal. So just start with their name. All right. Submit responses on post on time, responses on time, and few if any mechanical or grammar errors. 1 or 2 typos, they happen. I get that. I would still try to read it over as College Comp 2. With that said, if there are like a ton of errors or I'm seeing a pattern of error, then we'll take that into account. All right. And that is pretty much the main things I want to touch on. Again, read the syllabus. If you have questions, please let me know. Every Tuesday, probably afternoonish, maybe Monday night before the week starts on Tuesday, I'll post a weekly overview of, hey, just reminding you, this is the things we want to do. This is what we want to focus on. And I would urge you to look at that. I mean, a lot of the times it'll go back to the weekly overview Google Doc that's in Canvas, but I also like to stress certain things at times. So please keep a look for that. And this thing, totally forgot. All right. I did add a Zoom meeting availability survey. Over the first couple weeks, I'm going to host probably 3 different, maybe 2, but 2 to 3 different Zoom, just general basic chats just to get to know each other. In a virtual world, I think it behooves us to get to kind of know each other just a little bit. Basic chat, nothing huge. And I would request that you join at least one of them. So this survey will let me know when people are available. So like say, and I started on Tuesday to Sunday. Guess I gave myself Monday off. Because our weeks start on Tuesday. So if you're available Tuesday at 3 and 7, but not 5, just click 3 and 7. I'm available Wednesday at 5, but not 3. So that's all you need to do and submit that. If you can do that by Sunday the 22nd, that'd be awesome. Other than that, looking forward to a great semester, and we will talk to you later. Professor Wardy is out.